Imagine this. A man is found dead inside his apartment. The front door is locked from the inside. The windows are sealed shut. No signs of forced entry. No hidden passages. No evidence of another person being there. And yet, everything at the scene suggests someone else was involved. Police spend weeks trying to understand one simple question. How did this happen? Today, you're the detective. Pay attention to every detail, because by the end of this case, you'll have enough clues to solve the mystery yourself. On a cold Tuesday morning, 42-year-old accountant Daniel Hayes failed to show up for work. That wasn't normal. Daniel was known for being extremely punctual. When he didn't answer calls, his sister became concerned. She went to his apartment building around noon. She knocked. No answer. She called his phone. She could hear it ringing inside. After several attempts, building management unlocked the main entrance with a spare key. But something strange happened. The apartment's security chain was still attached from the inside. The door could only open a few inches. Police were called. After forcing the chain, officers entered. Daniel was lying dead in the living room. At first glance, nothing seemed unusual. No signs of struggle. Furniture untouched. Valuables still present. Wallet, phone, watch. Everything was exactly where it should be. Yet several details caught investigators' attention. First, a glass of water sat on the coffee table. Full. Second, a handwritten note rested beside it. To note read, finally understand. That was all. No explanation, no signature, nothing else. Third, the apartment clock had stopped at exactly 9:17 p.m. A battery was dead. Police estimated Daniel died sometime between 9 and 10 p.m. Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. Investigators interviewed neighbors. One neighbor reported hearing a loud crash around 9:15 p.m. Another neighbor claimed hearing someone laughing shortly afterward. A third neighbor insisted everything had been completely quiet. The statements contradicted each other. No security cameras covered Daniel's hallway. No one remembered seeing visitors. No fingerprints other than Daniel's were found. No DNA. No footprints. Nothing. The medical examiner discovered something unusual. Daniel had suffered a fatal blow to the back of his head. Not from a weapon, not from an attack, but from striking a hard surface. The injury suggested he had fallen backward unexpectedly. However, there were no obvious hazards nearby. No slippery floor, no loose rugs, nothing that explained the fall. Then another discovery emerged. Toxicology report showed a small amount of sleeping medication in Daniel's bloodstream. Not enough to kill him, but enough to make him slightly dizzy. Police now had more questions than answers. The living room contained only a few items: sofa, coffee table, bookshelf, standing lamp, one large fish tank against the wall. The tank contained several exotic fish. Nothing unusual there. At least that's what everyone thought. A fish tank was never considered important. In fact, investigators almost ignored it completely. Daniel's phone records revealed something odd. At exactly 8:52 p.m., he received a call. The call lasted only 14 seconds. After that, no more activity, no texts, no internet use, no outgoing calls, nothing. Whatever happened seemed to occur shortly after that call. Police traced the number. It belonged to a prepaid phone purchased anonymously. The caller was never identified. Weeks passed without progress. Then one detective returned to review crime scene photos. He noticed something everyone else missed: the glass of water, specifically the water level. When police arrived at noon the next day, the glass still contained ice. Not much, but visible ice remained floating inside. That shouldn't have been possible. Ice left overnight in a room temperature apartment should have melted completely, yet photographs clearly showed otherwise. Why? The detective requested maintenance records for the building, and suddenly the case changed. Records showed Daniel's apartment air conditioner had been running continuously all night. Extremely cold, almost refrigerator temperatures. Investigators revisited the apartment. This time they inspected everything carefully, including the fish tank. Inside the tank they found a small, waterproof timer device hidden behind decorative rocks. The timer controlled a nearby electrical outlet outlet. That outlet powered the air conditioner. Summono had programmed the timer. But why? And more importantly, who? You now have all the evidence. There are no missing clues. Everything needed to solve the mystery is already in this story. Evidence list. Daniel was found alone inside a locked apartment. The security chain was attached from the inside. No forced entry was discovered. A glass of water sat beside the body. Ice was still present many hours later. A note saying, "I finally understand," was found. The note's authenticity is unknown. Sleeping medication was present in Daniel's bloodstream. Daniel died after striking the back of his head. A mysterious 14-second phone call occurred before his death. A hidden timer controlled the apartment's air conditioner. The apartment remained unusually cold overnight. No fingerprints or DNA belonging to another person were found. Your mission, using only the clues above. Question 1. How did Daniel actually die? Question 2. Was it an accident, suicide, or murder? Question 3. If another person was involved, how did they enter the apartment? Question 4. If another person was involved, how did they leave while making the apartment appear locked from the inside? Question 5. Why was the air conditioner running all night? Question 6. Why was the timer hidden inside the fish tank? Question 7. What was the purpose of the glass of water and the remaining ice? Question 8. What role did the mysterious 14-second phone call play? Question 9. Was the handwritten note genuine or staged? Question 10. Who do you believe is responsible? And what is your complete theory of the case? Comment your full solution below. The answer is hidden somewhere within the